Alright guys, that's a disastrous beginning to this. If I sound like I've got a cold, I haven't got like a full-blown one, and I ain't got COVID, although I do sadly have a relative in hospital with COVID. And then what annoys me, people, is you've got people on the bloody internet that comment and say it's a hoax and it doesn't exist, and that's just quite frankly a load of bullshit. Because I've seen wards and wards, as a relative of mine's gone from ward to ward. I've not only spoke to the doctors, I've seen how full all the wards are, I've seen it all. Loads of people, all different age groups, healthy people, young people, people in their 30s and 40s, 50s as well, a couple in their 60s, but all on oxygen full time, all struggling with breathing, coughing, got lungs covered in COVID, got fevers, you know, all that sort of stuff. And shit, rip my Rizzler. But yeah, they're all struggling. So COVID is real. What is strange is, out of people I know who have COVID right now, I swear one of them in particular was one of the most, or at least said that she was one of the most careful, safe and precautious people, and I heard she barely went out as well. This is a friend of mine who sadly has COVID, but she's managed to cope at home. She's been unwell for about a month. Anyway, and then there's my relative who was safe, always wore a mask and, you know, all that sort of thing, and didn't go out too much. They think she caught it on like in a supermarket, most probably. She took the bus one day. It's possible maybe she thought 'cause she was holding on to the side, like the railing of the bus, maybe she's caught it there. But they're all the supermarket. Either way, she had a mask on, so yeah. Anyway, fuck the people who think that COVID is a hoax. They are really silly, and once they get it, or someone around them gets it, they will realise that it's definitely no hoax and it's pretty damn bad. Anyway, right, so I'm gonna kill a few gangsters on there. I reloaded it because last time I killed one and then drove round the corner, or not even round the corner, just reversed a bit I think the second time. I detonated one of them's grenade to kill him, right? And suddenly they've all disappeared and I don't get to loot their bodies because they're all just completely gone. They're the one who died and the alive ones, the ones who were left alive. It's possible there's only a few of them there, but still, you should be able to collect their guns, etc. when they are dead. Anyway, like I said in the title, I'm going to play some diss tracks. I don't know if you guys heard it, but I just listened to, I think in the last video, I listened to 10 Commandments by Chip, and I was a bit disappointed. I thought the track was going to be more disrespectful. Well, not necessarily thought, but I was hoping it would be. I mean, to me, it was extremely soft what I heard. I mean, I can listen to it one more time, and I mean, seriously, I will say, I'm beginning to think these beef tracks, diss tracks, in UK rap, hip hop and grime are being done to make music, to make money, for reputation, for image. But I think the key word, I'm beginning to suspect a couple are being staged. I definitely think that the Bugsy Malone and Chip beef was staged, but that did do quite a lot for UK rap, hip hop and grime, so yeah. I just really hope this doesn't go the same way and you have like Chip and Stormzy reunite by summer, do a track together and boom. Like, one of the reasons I'm suspicious about this and don't think that the beef is genuine, and I don't think it's beef, it's like someone else suggested, Stormzy and his two mates being recorded going to Chip's house, like, and that ended up on the internet. Think about it, if you was genuinely had big beef with someone, say you didn't want to get involved in that beef or it could potentially turn violent, you wouldn't go and post a bloody video on the internet. I mean, come on. Also, you know that that's going to get views and attention. And I think that was Chip himself. He must have agreed for that to be posted, because it's obviously his mate who recorded it. Just makes you think it could very easily be set up, you know. Get Stormzy on the phone and say, look, can we set up a little thing? I'll diss you, do some diss tracks, you can diss me back or ignore me. Eventually we reunite, make a track, boom. It's like what happened with the Bugsy thing. And both make money, and there's more of a buzz around their name. They trend in UK rap and hip hop, is the hope, I guess. People discuss it. Yeah, and how could you start that? And what content could you have? How do you get content for a track to disrespect someone you're actually cool with? Oh, yo, you could have said, yo, Stormzy, you pull up to my house, then I'll use that as material and ammunition in a diss track. You know, because in this track, Chip, 10 Commandments, literally all the guy talks about is mentions Stormzy's hairline. Wow. I think Stormzy's mentioned that one himself before, that it ain't perfect and has receded slightly. What else does he mention? He says that he don't smoke cannabis, or can't handle cannabis. Then he goes on to mention cocaine. I'm not quite sure why. It doesn't really make sense. He's just saying someone can't handle a joint. So he's basically dissing him because he doesn't smoke cannabis. Then he goes on and says, I don't care what you sell or what you've sold. So next, the guy who can't handle cannabis with the not perfect hairline is a shotter who's dealing drugs. And then Chip goes on to say that he's not a Christian. You know, you ain't a real Christian, and all that. Why'd you pull up to my house? And then he mentions that quite a few times about him pulling up to his house. And then I think pretty much the final thing was that he's he's got humble pie, he's a humble guy. And people are quoting that like it's some kind of amazing bar. It's not all that bad, but I think it's the only wordplay in the whole track. As for the title 10 Commandments, there's no hook about 10 Commandments. There's no list of... It's not like he's rapping 1, do this, 1, 2, 3, you know, going through commandments, giving him commandments. Nothing of the sort. Just mentions 10 Commandments at the end. So, the title is almost a bit irrelevant to the lyrics, content, the beat, the bars. And yeah, like I said, there ain't much wordplay in the track. And I don't see how it's an insult to say to someone, your hairline ain't great, basically, and you can't handle cannabis, but I don't care what you sell and what you've sold, and you're not a real Christian, and you came to my house. Why didn't you come on your own? Why didn't you bring your gun? And I just don't think any of that is a diss. It's not disrespectful. If I was Stormzy and I heard that, I don't think I'd bother to write back at all. It's just nonsense. But anyway, I'll play it once over. I'm a little bit tired, but anyway. Okay. I wonder if I'll change my mind about this track after a good sleep.
Okay then, you're a bad boy, okay then. We're kids gang man, okay then. With all that money can't buy these flows. Someone have a go, okay then. Foster care that when I spray pen. Hashtag murky, but you're not a murker. Promise when I finish with this coke and I'm gonna push his hairline back further. So no more Dubai, go Turkey. Cause that hairline needs surgery. I don't wanna hear about hashtag
Right, seriously, what you just said about go Turkey, that hairline needs surgery, that's like the most disrespectful thing in this track, and to me that's barely disrespectful at all. That's why I don't rate this shit at all. It's not a diss track to me.
Yo, 1 minute you're on home invasions, next minute you're at strangers painting. Like, why you love going people's houses? Yo, tanning in your yard, you pagan. You know on the mic, I'm a cannibal. You can't even handle cannabis. Twinning a crew, should've warned you. Chipmunk, don't do panicking. You're all gonna hear storms he took a L and he tried to stand tall before he fell. So he's a
I
man
don't
of
think
his
he's
word.
took an L. I don't even think he's taken a fucking insult.
My nose don't know the smell. I'm on track, he's off the rails. You're just a bitch with OnlyFans. Boy, I don't give two fucks what you sell. Boy, I don't give two fucks what you sold. You got that contradictory flow. 1 minute it's fuck the government, fuck Boris. Next minute you're telling people vote. Boy, you're not a Christian, you're a fraud. Crucify him, praise the Lord. How are you blinded by his grace, but still managed to find my door? To save your life, you couldn't spit like me. You can get it in British or get it in tweet. Gem, speng, kwasi asem. We edge me, don't try me again. Dickhead. I'ma usher this boy to a seat, do a U-turn, spin back round. You came up remixing my
really don't rate this.
You can't run out of
Not
bars.
the worst thing I've ever heard, it's just the fact that it ain't offensive, it's not a diss track. Just a half decent beat and an alright flow and delivery on a track. Lyrically, is there anything to it? Makes me think this beef is fake. Man said he gets offensive. Gets offensive? All you did was tell him he ain't a real Christian. Your hairline's bad, you ain't a real Christian, and you came to my house with 2 others rather than on your own, and you didn't have a gun. How is that a diss?
Fuck with shit that's gonna cost you. Have you flaring up your nostrils? Slap it ASAP with precision. G-Sap's your own religion. Hop out the whip, looking for chip, you only bad with the bros. Cause that one the vibe. 2 days before when you came on your own. If you're so bad, tell me cuz. Why you ain't come back? 1 man up, 2 hands up, always just gang. The one that you say you own and don't rent. Wrestling, bars, try me. You didn't mind when it was wily. Good kid, I'm on a G before rap nip. I'm on a feast before rap nip. So
Man didn't even seem angry when he came to his house, like, this is some silliness.
Disrespect man's program. I heard your little line about them man's cold, but kaboom, the ad lib belongs to Conan. You know this thing, no guts, no glory, snake. You know you was banging my story. I got my pen and my highlight, fam. Trust me, it's jarring, I like them, man. What kind of Christian dragging man out of cars? Repent, or you're going hell, my dog. Commander with it, I'm commanding. That you gon' read the 10 commandments.
Am I the only one who don't rate this?
Spiritual wickedness slew him. What type of juju are you doing? Last time I checked, you were signed to the guy that's the father of the guy who signed 6
and then there's this. Signed to the father who's the father of the father of the father of something 6'9". Yeah, I know those ain't the words, but I was summarizing that ish quick time. And yeah, again, it's not disrespectful, it's not a bloody insult, it's tame.
Study your team, stop studying mine. I'm nice whenever it's studying time. The game been snaky, snakes and ladders update me. Check it out on the 29th. Go read the 10 commandments and live your life that way.
See, that's what is it? Seriously, it's called 10 Commandments because at the very end, man says, "Go read the 10 Commandments." I'm let down. I was expecting so much better. I don't even believe 49,000 people like this at all. I just don't buy it. Not one bit. I'd love to see them 49,000 people who like this line up in a line, or all post a video of them saying how they like it. I don't think that is 100. Genuine, authentic, real. I'm just being honest, mate. That wasn't a diss track. That was aimed at me. I'd fall asleep. On that subject, I am almost falling asleep. Alright, let's quick time kill these guys. Maybe I should shoot them, that way they wouldn't all disappear. Turn off the cameras and blow man up. See, there's 4 of them there, right? I hope they don't all just disappear. Right, he's gonna blow. Perhaps they did all die in the explosion. Effects. For God's sake, I don't want to be taking bodies around. What's going on? Shagman's dead. Puddles of blood. Surprised we haven't got blood on our shoes. And they died quick. And people say that they need 4 million damage guns. There's no one with 4 million health, and look at that for sake. Killed them easy, and people struggle. Crazy. I just don't get how anyone can need maximum damage on their gun when it's just not needed. And see how quick I killed them, for example. Nothing else to collect. Fair enough. Alright, peeps. Might as well ride that there. In fact, see you guys.